welcome to Straight For You, where we're giving you straightforward dialogue with an open mind. I'm your host, Miss Black Diamond, along with my chocolate handsome co-host, who it is.
Come on now, you served it today. I'm here for it now. Yeah.
What's
Folks,
good?
I know who it is, and you know why I'm here. It's your main man Trouble. What's goody?
Hey, so what's been good, Trouble?
Ooh, so look, just came back from, holiday. And, it was really good, got to go see the fam and stuff like that, now, kind of getting back to reality. But everything is everything. Like, I don't have any complaints. What about yourself?
Child, I had a work, but
Really?
it's all
You had to
good.
work?
Yes, honey, somebody got to make the money. Everybody can't shut it down in these streets. Everybody got to work.
Ain't that some...
It was choice.
Oh, okay.
It was choice.
Well, say no more.
So,
Say no
and it
more
wasn't that long, but yet I did what I had to do, honey.
I respect the cause. I respect the cause.
That's all we can do. If somebody got to make that money, somebody got to take care of people in these streets.
Sheesh. Ooh.
So, hey.
World don't stop like it used to.
No.
For the holidays.
No. And plus, this year, personally, I'm not feeling the holidays. Like, this year is just more so of a reflection for me. So I probably do it big next year.
Okay.
So don't expect nothing from me this year. I'm just letting you know right off the rip. Yeah. Y'all call me Miss Scrooge.
Ma'am,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, honey. Let's put the disclaimer out right now. The holidays for Miss Black Diamond is not in the streets right now. Not today, not tomorrow, not the rest of this year. This year has been like something for me because you know me opening up the business and just trying to get my
building mode,
mind wrapped around all those different things. This year is not the year, so don't expect me to be like joy to the world. No.
Not today, not tomorrow, not even yesterday.
No. I give it to you next year. I can't promise, but at least I try.
Oh gosh.
But at the end of the day, moving forward, right now, if you don't know, I'm on live. Hello to my Facebook friends and family, right now. So, but other than that, this is just not going to be a constant thing. Just to let you know, I just wanted to give a little taste, a little snippet of what we do and him looking at his nails right now. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying.
So that's what we're doing?
I'm just saying, did you not do that? But anyway.
Okay. I'm on your ass. I'm on your ass.
Are you? Are you on his ass? Oh, but anyway, back on the subject. Today's topic, sir. Today's topic is Chivalry Completely Dead?
Absolutely. After that
I'm
statement,
just saying,
it definitely is dead.
Hey,
it definitely is dead.
That's
supposed to
you the one that said what you said.
But
anyway,
in front of the cameras.
Hey, well, the definition for chivalry, if people don't understand, is a combination of qualities expected of an ideal knight, especially like courage, honor, courtesy, justice, and readiness to help the weak. That's the definition now. Now, for a woman, meaning behaving courteously toward women, holding like the door, offering them a jacket when you're cold, etc. like that. Etc. So that's a woman's kind of definition of chivalry and the definition in whole for chivalry.
Okay, so I guess it sounds like we more so aiming for toward the first definition.
We can, because in these streets, we can be more chivalrous towards people a little bit, get an understanding, because we talking about the topic of is chivalry completely dead. For the Straight For You outside news, it's going to be concerning Ahmaud Arbery. We're going to just, not for the sake of the chivalry, but to give knowledge. And also Ye, a.k.a. Kanye West.
Is it the artist formerly known as Kanye?
I don't know, because Kanye be on a whole nother level with some whole nother things. I can't keep up. Okay. And then we're going to talk about this man that was done injustice and finally was released. His name is Kevin Strickland. And how chivalry, meaning the definition for chivalry, how people are there for the people that can't do for themselves. So we're going to talk about that. That's within the topic of chivalry, but let's give the acknowledgement to Ahmaud Arbery, because last week he received justice. You know, the 3 men were convicted. And I appreciate that, and I'm shouting out to that. You know, that's a small victory, but yet a victory. Because at the end of the day, you know, us people, we don't get treated right. And case in point, what I'm gonna talk about with Kevin Strickland. So yes, how you feel about that?
So I'm grateful. However, it still shows that there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I can't remember what episode that was that I made the comment that we have like proof like that this was a injustice, and we still holding the court case.
Well,
you know,
we talked about the previous 2 episodes, because we on episode 9.
Right.
No, yeah,
right,
9. High five. Yes, but yes, that's why I'm bringing back the Arbery situation, because we did discuss that with the last episode, and to find out that these men finally were convicted, because especially after what we received about the Rittenhouse situation.
Right.
That was like a total, like, are y'all fucking, excuse my language, kidding me? Like, really? You got video, you got audio, you got witnesses, you got all these elements that's pointing the finger to this young person that did the crime.
Right.
Yet he is.
We still having a whole debate about it or whatever, when it should be. I think in this particular case, when you have evidence as such like that to that extreme, it should be pretty much a court case determining how many years you're gonna get. Not trying to prove your innocence or anything of the sort. It should be determining how many years you're gonna serve. Pretty much,
especially if it's that bold,
if
and that much evidence. Come on now.
But
what they say, common sense ain't common, I guess. Not in the justice system.
Not even so much that. You remember where we live at, though.
Man, forget all that. At the end of the day,
the home of the free, like they preach.
Right is right and wrong is wrong. If you see it just like in your face, that you got people that experienced it, it is what it is. Ain't no turning back from that, you know. But that's neither here or there. We celebrating the situation with Arbery, his family can kind of rest, not completely in peace, but be restful with the idea that these men that created that crime are going to serve some time.
Right, absolutely.
You know, and I am for all that. And now I feel like everybody else, go ahead and get that Jackie Johnson person, the district attorney for Georgia that covered up all that stuff. She must serve the time also. So do what y'all gotta do, Georgia. Get it popping, because if they gotta go, she gotta go too.
Absolutely.
And she was charged too. She was arrested.
Okay.
She was arrested this last week. That's why we try to bring up the things that happened last week, because again, we are viewed on Mondays. So we reflect on the news from the previous week, so y'all know. And again, I'm giving a little bonus for my Facebook viewers. You know, y'all getting a little tidbit before the show actually airs on Monday. So again, giving acknowledgement, giving a little bit of happiness of the verdict, and moving on and moving forward.
Absolutely. I do think that it's something that needs to be spoken about.
Yes, can't let that slide through without giving no acknowledgement towards it. So moving forward, let's talk about, is chivalry completely dead?
Ooh.
What's your feelings, sir?
So based on your definition, based on your first definition, not necessarily relating to men
not
and
the
women,
right?
I think a lot of it is buried, or it's not appreciated as it used to be, or maybe not even used to be. It's just not appreciated.
It's not highlighted.
Right, yeah, there we go. Yes, it's not highlighted.
Because back in the day, it was like, in a sense, like romanticized, glamorized, like the idea of courage and fighting for the people that can't fight for themselves. Like, in a sense, the definition of being like a knight, you know, making sure that the non-privileged
Right.
still receive.
And fighting for the people that couldn't fight for themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like the stories of Robin Hood and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, you got this heroic person just, taking from the rich to give to the poor and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. But.
So you ever wonder about that? Like, after he takes from the rich and give to the poor, what happens whenever the poor become rich? Do he?
You know what? Do he steal from them too?
Right, that's what I'm like.
So he forever a thief.
Like, just forever stealing.
Why you
like,
have me
just
think
trying
about that? Now you're gonna have me thinking about
distribute-
that. Like,
look, I'm not high. I'm just asking.
no, it ain't about it.
We're
We're gonna do that one day. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you're right. Like,
I wonder if
but,
people like, wait, hold up. Really?
But he not really giving them a lot of money. He just giving them just tidbits. He's spreading the wealth.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if they invest their money properly or something like that, they
Back
get,
then,
like,
they
get,
did
I mean,
investments.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe they invested in stocks back then or
Hey,
something.
well,
And then look,
child,
and so they got rich, and so he was like, oh, I'm on your ass. He was like, oh, you done got rich, I'm on your ass.
I can see if it was the Robin Hoods for the day. I'm for sure they was stank back then. I'm just saying, they weren't thinking about no stocks. They was thinking about some food. They was thinking about some fresh water, some clothes.
Like, hey, we got to keep this under wraps because motherfucking Robin Hood gonna be on our ass to get rich. Goddamn, he ain't gonna help us no more.
Cold-blooded. Now you got me thinking like, yo. So what if I was poor and all of a sudden I got rich? Now I got to worry about Robin Hood robbing me.
Yep.
But, man,
y'all.
Like, but anyway, back on topic. You are so
I'm
silly.
just saying, look, no, I don't know. I just thought I'd ask. I'm
Well,
sorry.
hey, that's a good question. What if Robin Hood robbed the rich that actually robbed the rich to give to the poor, and then the poor got rich to be robbed again? That's some cold-bloodedness. But at the end of the day, and who's paying Robin?
Look,
He
I guess he's self-employed. I guess he's self-employed.
Child, I guess that is.
It's a tax break.
I'm gonna ride for the rich and get 10% of your money.
Right.
18%.
Right.
Oh,
It's a tax break.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Tax
Hold
write-off.
on, but wasn't Robin rich? Wait a minute. Why he ain't rob from? Shut up. We ain't finna base this whole conversation about no Robin Hood.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Look, people probably
Like
damn,
the hell, move on.
No, not even so much.
But-
They're probably like, damn, I didn't even think
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
some weed shit. But anyway, you high conversation.
No.
No. But anyway, back to Chivalry being completely dead. So, case in point, you wanted to relate on the idealistic of a whole of people being like courteous and generous and things like that. So let's go on the topic about Kevin Strickland.
Okay.
The 62-year-old who was released from jail and was in prison for 43 years. Was really good.
By all white jury.
He was in prison for like...
By all white jury.
Hey.
Ooh, that's something in my throat.
He was in prison for 43 years, and he fought all that time to get people to understand he's an innocent man. That's
Right.
number one. And number two, the crazy part about it, he walked into the jail to come out the jail in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Make that make sense, because and then all he requested was like to see his sickly mom before she passed.
And it basically it wasn't of importance to get him released.
Yes, even though they found in evidence that he was not the person that's supposed to be in there. Imagine being in jail for 43 years. Innocent. Trying to get these people to understand that you're innocent and all because somebody lied on you or the evidence was like mishandled. Hey, at the end of the day. And then to come out of jail and not get compensated for being in jail.
Not get a dime. But yeah, like the system does you wrong and doesn't do anything to correct that. Basically, like, oh, we set you free, that's good enough. Like, nah.
No, and that's he was under the major what's the name of the county? Missouri.
Yeah.
And they don't have it where if you wrongly convicted, that they'll give you compensation or
something to do. If your DNA can't prove that you were innocent or whatever, you don't get compensation.
And that's not right. If you come, to be thrown in the system and have to rearrange your life and your well-being to be trapped, knowing that you're innocent, then to be put out the system and with nothing, like just the clothes on your back.
That's a whole lot
and
of trauma.
He said in the interview, if need be, they would have took the wheelchair from him.
That's a whole lot of trauma. That's a whole lot of
But the thing about the Chivalry part, that's what's going to be in relation, is the people. The people took it upon themselves to donate to this man and actually made him a millionaire, because of it. And congratulations. And I hope that he knows what to do with the money, because that's 43 years of not being involved
in society. Been conform to prison standards and so on and so forth, which from a lot of facts and stuff like that,
because that's a whole different thought process.
It's supposed to be a place of corrections, but a lot of convicts that are, or a lot of people, not even convicts, but a lot of people that get released from prison are kind of not suited for the world, which is why you have repeat offenders, because it's not a place of corrections. It's just a place that traps you. And
I pray for this man that whoever connects with him, knowing that he has this type of funding, don't misuse him to receive. You know how some people just come in your life knowing that you come into abundance of wealth, and then try to manipulate and do certain things to have their come up.
Right.
Knowing that this man is in his current condition.
Right.
So I pray that he has watchful eyes and watchful guidance, in that scenario. And I appreciate the idea of people actually seeing something wrong and trying to make it right.
So, Chivalry was not dead by the people who added to the GoFundMe, but however, Chivalry was dead in the sense of the justice system.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly. And not just the people that accused.
Right.
And you got a lot of people within the system like that.
Right.
It's terrible.
That are corrupt and especially for
you say what we gotta say, because at the end of the day, it's straight for you. And we can't be sugarcoating everything.
And I'm not even sugarcoating. I just don't want to continue to be the dead horse. Look,
hey, the horse is still there. At the end of the day, it's still there. And they want to try to ride the dead horse, but yet when we talk about the dead horse, be quiet.
Okay.
Let's stop.
Okay.
Let's stop. At the end of the day, it is what it is.
Okay.
If we're not treated right, we're not treated right.
You're right, though.
Just like any other country where people of not higher standards are not treated right, they let their voice be known.
Okay.
So let our voice be known, heard, and understood. That's the only way it's going to be corrected if you keep talking about it. Some people want to keep erasing the situations, and why we got to keep talking about it? Why don't they keep talking about the Holocaust? Don't they keep talking about all these other situations where people were done wrong? So, but we got to hush our mouth. We got to be quiet and let it be in the past. But that's another topic for another day, ain't it? That's another topic for another day.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
Okay.
We talking about chivalry.
I see
even though that's part of it. I'm just saying.
Okay. I see
we have a voice. We have a right. We have to have an understanding.
Message.
At the end of the day. Down on that shit. Shoot, you know what I forgot to do?
What did you forget to do?
The time. So I'm just going off the deep end on what's what. We flying with this. We flying free. We flying free today. Shoot. And
now recording now.
Yes,
and then we wondering about Robin Hood.
Man, because at the end of the day, this has been a crazy situation of not even a couple of weeks, a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just
Right.
roller coasters of stuff.
Of cases and just things going on in the media and in the news.
And not just
there's stuff that's a constant reminder of how far we still like have to go in order to like rectify and correct a lot of things that were not set in place for us. We like still fighting a similar fight. It's an evolved fight, but it's still the same fight.
Yeah.
It's
It's just wild and crazy that to be in 2021 going on 2022 and still have to talk about it.
That's like less than 2 months away, ain't it? Like 2022.
And still talking about the same old two steps that we've been rocking on for quite some time.
We still doing the electric slide.
For quite some time.
There are other dancers out there now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oof. I forgot. I'm going off topic, but since we so heavy on our rights and things of trying to get justice for, I saw this thing that talked about how Jewish people constantly get money to this day for the Holocaust.
They still get oh wow,
reparations. Yeah, really? They get like a $300 each year. They get to be flown for free.
They get flued out?
Yeah, flown for free.
They get flued out? Wow.
Yes, for free to go to Israel and things of that nature and America is paying for it. Different types of countries are paying for it. That's why we wonder why they are so-called wealthy, because they are getting reparations for the crime committed. Probably not as long as our years.
Would you say?
Yes, because we had like way over compared to them. Not saying that it's not justifiable, not saying that they don't deserve the money, this, that, and the other.
Right.
But yet they are receiving, and yet we are requesting, and we get nothing. Make that make sense. Where is the chivalry in that? Government, you giving money to different other countries, different other situations, different other problems, but yet not addressing the problems here.
Girl, they
here.
Put our live stream.
Oh Lord, let me. Am I getting too deep? I said I wasn't gonna do it just yet, but I can't help it. It's
they gonna be like, pull the plug on that shit.
Pull the plug. Because she talked about some money, honey. She should be asking for the money.
Cut the show.
And I'm on 2 platforms too. I'm on.
They gonna pull the plug on both.
Oh Lord, they're gonna investigate us, but at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. We're giving you straight for you information. Like, yo, why are these different people hell?
Native Americans,
Asian crime. And how they was thinking about giving respiration. I don't know if they doing that already, giving them some money for the campaign of not being against Asians. I'm like, okay.
That happened quick. That happened
real quick. And I'm like, okay, yay, I'm happy that you supporting against crime, but what about our crime? What about the crimes against us?
Sheesh.
At the end of the day, where's the money for that?
Ain't no love in the city. Mm-mm-mm.
You know, or give, if you don't want to give direct money, at least give towards the generation by paying for their education, doing something within standards in order to help increase our people.
Oof, look, that's gonna be
hell. You got land that was stolen, got people was killed. You got all these different scenarios within the history that they trying to erase really bad. I don't get it, but you want us to remember your history here.
Taking out the history books.
Why you want to erase us and keep you?
Well, not necessarily the same, but the philosophy behind that is that they teaching us somebody else's history, so we'll never learn our own.
But what's I said this on a previous EP.
To keep us divided.
What is the biggest fear for us learning who we are when we got to learn what you are? You know who you are. Mm-hmm. And the enlightenment of it all, would you think the world going to come into the end if we are enlightened about who we really are?
Whatever it is, it ain't chivalrous at all. I'm not. Nope.
at the end of the day,
I'm just saying, y'all can do better.
right
Anyway.
is right and wrong is wrong. And if you're gonna talk about your particular history, leave all of it in there, even the gory portion of it, because at the end of the day, it's there. It's not gonna stop it. And let us not forget, it was less than 100 years ago with all this other shit. You got people that still are living to this day, saw lynchings.
Well,
And was standing in the crowd, smiling, eating barbecue, drinking they Coca-Cola pop, whatever the fuck they was drinking.
What you sound like Bill Cosby?
Coca-Cola pop.
Oh gosh. Oh.
What am I lying?
I mean,
you got grandparents, great grandparents living to the day, seen that life, experienced that life, but they want to make it seem like it was thousands of years ago since that happened.
Basically, yeah, for us to get over, but you.
Child bye.
Okay, but anyway, carry on.
So, moving forward,
yeah, we made a turn to Albuquerque now. Yeah, we back on the main highway.
Yeah, no, we didn't, because it's part of chivalry of trying to get it together,
okay,
Okay. But at the end of the day, it's that time where we give the straight for you outside perspective, where we pick one male and one female to give their perspective on the topic at hand. So, me, I'm going to let you pick which one you want, male or female.
You know what? We're going to go with the man today. Yeah.
All right. We're going with the man, huh?
Well, we're going to let the fellas go first.
Hey, so today's male, his name is Mark Higgins. Mark Higgins.
Okay.
My bad. I don't want to mess
Higgins.
up your name, Mr. Higgins, because you gave me that opportunity to give me the information. So, Mr. Higgins said, can't say it's dead. Women are so-called Miss Independent. They complain about it being dead, but catch attitude when a brother lets them be independent. Sure, I help, but females make it hard for a brother to approach. You want me to repeat that? Should I repeat that? Hey, Mr. Higgins, he ain't jumping. He's not
chose violence today.
He's not on the topic of the definition. He on the topic of the woman, honey.
He chose violence today.
He went rat tat tat
Yeah.
tat.
He chose violence.
So Mr. Higgins said,
sheesh.
On the topic,
the
topic is Chivalry Completely Dead. Mr. Higgins said,
you gotta shake the card? Oh, okay. Go shake
Mr.
the card.
Higgins said, can't say it's dead. Hold on. Let me get in my deep voice.
Oh gosh.
I can't say it's dead. Women are so-called Miss Independent. They complain about it being dead, but catch attitude when a brother lets them be independent. Sure, I help. But females make it hard for a brother to approach.
He gonna be mad as shit at you. You know that, right? I think he gonna be mad as hell at you. Gonna be like,
Mr. Higgins is cool with me. I don't care.
He probably gonna be like, I do not sound like that.
You want to read it?
No.
You want to be Mr. Higgins?
No, go ahead.
But at the end of the day, I can't.
But my thing is, so if it sounds like you saying that it's dead, even though he said he can't say that it's dead. So like, I guess I want to know like what exactly he's saying. That it sounds like he's saying that it's a bit of a conflict or a conflict of interest. That's what it sounds like he's saying.
Child, Mr. Higgins is he like you said, he chose violence.
Yeah, he went in.
He was like, all these so-called Miss Independents, independent, females, they complaining and have an attitude, and he don't mind them being independent. It's just like, I don't mind helping, but females make it hard for a brother to approach. And I can't even, to play devil's advocate and also be kind of non-biased, but yet biased because I am female. I get where he coming from.
Okay.
With certain females.
Okay. Let's hear it.
With certain females, they do get on that level like, I don't need nobody, this, that, and the other. And when you open the door for them, they like, the fuck you open the door? I can open my own door. I can pump my own gas. I can do this. I can do that. You do have some females that I've seen it. I've seen it. I hate to say it. I've seen it.
So I think pertaining to that what Mr. Higgins said, I think for every reason I could see a woman being like that, I could see another reason for why a woman might be
Okay,
like
because
that.
I'm gonna get on that too.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you get it.
No.
No, we're
like,
gonna dissect this. Go
okay,
ahead.
because I in a lot of cases I think that some of us as men don't provide a safe space for women to be vulnerable.
Okay.
So and it's not always sometimes it really is just a woman or whatever like that might need to like heal from some previous things and so on and so forth, or might be holding on to some things from the past or whatever. But in a lot of cases, from experiences or from conversations that I've had, a lot of the ways that women move now, it has been influenced by something that a man did to them or did not do for them.
And I was gonna try, but come on now.
In a vulnerable like space that they were in, whenever that woman didn't feel protected, so she was like, "Shit, fuck it. If you're not gonna protect me, if you're not gonna provide, I'll do it myself."
See, I just needed that from another man. I just needed that.
Oh gosh.
Because I'm gonna give an idea of what a particular man may be thinking of, but at the end of the day, I'm a whole woman.
Okay.
A whole woman, not partial, not a whole female, and I hate it when we put it.
Look in the camera. Look in the camera. Talk to her.
I hate it when we all be put in the same category. I know again there are trash men and there are trash females, but at the end of the day, don't disrespect the ones that are genuinely holding you down, genuinely are looking out for you, genuinely respect who you are as a man. And then at the end of the day, then you want to come to me like the fuck?
Talk to the people.
I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, I'm like, I like courtesy. Just like I give it.
Right.
I want to receive it.
Right.
And I hate when I get in front of these guys that look at you like, see you walking to the door. Mm-hmm. See you coming. And just shut that shit. Or don't hold the shit at all.
We all traumatized.
Or better yet.
Oh gosh. What?
The ninjas that sit in the car. Don't even offer, hey, you want me to pump your gas or help you with your gas or something? I'm like, I saw that at the gas station. I damn near wanted to. And the woman was pregnant.
So the interesting thing about that is I was at the gas station, I want to say maybe a week ago. Lady, I think she was putting radiator fluid in the car. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, you need some help? No, I got it. Okay.
But she said it kindly.
Yeah, she did. You know what I'm saying? But I think in that particular case, because and I think in that, for me in that space, I felt a ways about it because I see this woman, in distress, and I'm like, I can help because I know what to do. But I I understand that you got that and you might not feel comfortable or whatever. But that made me feel a ways. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I wasn't that I wasn't allowed to help this young lady.
And then I respect that, but there's different scenarios to that.
I get it.
Yes, your kindness was appreciated, but yet she had to be cautious.
Right.
Because we in a society
that's the part that bothers me.
Are trafficking, they are harming females, children, and now going to your men. It's like you want to receive that courtesy, but you gotta be cautious. You gotta be should I or shouldn't I?
That's the part that bothered me about this situation because I was like, I wonder, is it one of those situations to where she doesn't feel safe with accepting help from me?
Because I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't feel safe. I wouldn't feel safe with the idea you might come up to me unless I know you.
Right.
Okay.
Unless why we trust people is because we know them and because we don't.
It's got to be two situations. I either have to know you or I have to be amongst the public. A lot of people around me so they can see or hear me scream in case you try to do something to me.
And there were people around, but I get it.
And that's the world we in. And it's sad, but true. at the end of the day. But I'm more so speaking on the ones that sit in the vehicles, and I've seen them do it and not do
Look,
nothing.
that don't sit right with me. I remember my ex girlfriend. She was the independent individual, and was like she stopped over to get gas, and I was like I pumped gas. She's like, no, I got it, and I was like, no, I got it.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
that.
And but the thing about it was, she was like, no, 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 and then like she was like, no, you can stay in the car, and I was like, no, like. Even if you won't let me pump the gas, I'm finna get out the car.
And
because I'm like, you
that.
not like I was like, I am not gonna have no other man like looking at me like, look at this clown sitting in the car while his girlfriend pumping the gas. You will not. You will fucking not.
But the thing about it is, I've been her. You know, somebody offering, I'll be like, no, because you get used to it. It's sad. I've gotten used to the fact of your ass just sitting in the car. Why waste my breath and my time? And that's sad to say. And when a person, a guy comes out despite you saying no, it makes my heart feel so happy. And it's not like I'm saying it ugly, like, no, just sit in the car. I'm just like, the fuck? Why even ask? And it's sad. That's how I feel. Like, why even ask? Why even ask for you to protect me like I feel like I need to be protected? I have to learn how to defend and protect myself. I have to teach my child to learn how to defend and protect themselves, because at the end of the day, nobody ain't going to do it. As a female, you got to be tough.
Ooh.
And you can't be like soft like you want to be soft, because you...
Even like people not getting married as like frequently as they were at one
No,
point in time.
no, because it's to the point.
I think that this has
It's to the point, like, why? Why? It's getting to that level, like, why even bother? If I have to fight the people on the outside and fight you, why even bother?
Look, I done ran across some women that they don't even want a man; they just want a baby.
Because at least you can give that nourishment and that love and that protection towards that child, instead of having a grown child that you trying to give all this love and protection and understanding to be disappointed when you need it in return. Child, don't get me started on that, because
I see. Moving on.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I'm the type of female that loves common courtesy. Because I give love and affection. At least you can give me is courtesy. Least you can do is give me some protection. If I'm giving you love and affection and all these nurturing aspects, at least you can do is give me that protection.
Man.
Especially nowadays, when it's so much is going on that is undercover, that's not even being reported.
Yeah.
So again, as a female, we can't look upon you guys like we used to. And then you get mad because we're not doing it.
Sheesh, what a hell of a divide. Damn.
And that's how I feel. Like, I would love to have that ideal person of like, yo, no matter what, I can depend on him. I can depend on him. And if I can't depend on nobody, I can depend on him. I can't even really say that as much anymore. Cause it's so many just out here doing the most. And I'm not saying that the females are great either, cause you got some trash ass females.
It's still good men out there, and we just be duck the fuck off, minding our business, trying to stay out the way, cause we don't want to we don't want to ruffle no feathers.
And that's how the females feel.
And I speak to that.
And say your part, because I'm saying my part.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm still single, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how I am whenever I'm in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like that protector. I want to be that provider. I want to be that person that provides that safe space and so on and so forth. But, and I'm the one that's willing and open to, communicate and, hash out like situations and stuff like that. I just, for me, it's just been one of those things to where I haven't ran across a person that speaks
your language.
Yeah, my language.
And that's the thing.
Or that we speak the same language, you know what I'm saying, in the context of how where we see ourselves going, like, you know, how to deal with conflicts, you know what I'm saying, between the two of us, you know, because like now I don't even ask what you bring to the table. You know, I ask like, are you emotionally available now? Like,
Thank
you know,
you.
I ask those questions and
pretty
stuff like,
much,
and
majority of the people got the table already.
right. You know what I'm saying? So like I think it's safe to say that at a certain age, like me being 34, like at a certain like age, you know, we past like what do you bring to the table? Like now I need to know like, are you emotionally available? Like are you able to talk about your, you know, your emotions in a peaceful way and not just like lash out and so on and so forth, and not even so much that like, are you gonna respect me the same way that I'm gonna respect you?
I say that's on a higher stance. You still got to have people that bring things to the table, because at the end of the day, I'm my table is available.
Right.
But you're not gonna just solely be on my table and just be like that.
That's the other thing. Like I don't. For me, I want to say I don't. I don't necessarily want to say that I don't believe in the norm of gender roles. I think for me, ideally, my ideal relationship would be me and my significant other. Me and my wife. Me and my lady. We building together. It's not necessarily like I'm just paying all the bills. Like we both like.
We make things happen. We creating a legacy.
Right. Not me in front of her like leading the way, but us walking side by side.
Thank you.
That's my idea.
I don't get that, because if you go back way back in the Egyptian days, the leaders had the woman right next to him. If not guiding him in certain situations, that's in history.
Yeah.
You know, and throughout time, things were rewritten to make the woman seem lesser than.
Right.
When the woman is, how did you get here? Y'all not having the babies. We are the tree of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
The womb is the tree of life.
Absolutely.
And that's what people don't understand. So why are you disrespecting the tree of life? The thing that gives life. I seen a video which is right. We are the soul creators. Soul. We push out the children, but we are the most disrespected.
And also, provide. Yeah.
I mean, to the point like, and I ain't gonna lie, we disrespect ourselves, because it gets to the point that we don't care anymore. Why even care for a person that don't even care for you? Why even love a person that don't even love you? That's why you see those women that say they don't want a man, they just rather have a child, because we know that child, we're gonna love them unconditionally.
And like I get it as well. Like I can kind of see the conflict in it, because the child needs that masculine energy, and whenever you know that like a masculine energy is not present, that also causes a rift, or can cause a rift. I don't want to say that it does, but that also can cause a rift to not have both the masculine and feminine energy in the home for that balance for that child.
Yes, that's just human. Yeah. That's being human, and especially for our people, we need that.
Yeah,
because it was taken away so long ago, and it's like every time we try to reconnect, it's some elements out here that push it right back to where the separation is, and then you got these men that saying I don't need, and you got these women saying I don't need, but at the end of the day, when the shit hits the fan, they are the one posting stuff, saying stuff how they want, they urge, they love, they need a relationship. Why can't I have a good man? Why can't I have a good woman? Why can't I? Well, they're there, but then we get together and we just like are the ones that hurt. Keep that hurt so embedded in them. When they finally get someone with love, they don't know what to do.
Yeah, they don't know how to receive it. And so,
and I've been in those situations. I'm walking love. I ain't gonna even lie. I love. You know me. When I see a stranger and I see them sad, I try to make them smile.
Right.
When I see hell, I can't help it. I try my best, and it, like I mentioned earlier, around the holidays, it brings me down. It brings me down because I've been giving throughout the whole year. By the time it gets towards the end of the year, I feel depleted, and I just want to be in my little shell to recuperate something. If I can't get it from the people, I have to build it for myself.
You have to do it for yourself, and that's
what I've been doing.
Right.
Building for myself. I've been on silent mode because I'm not saying that my friends haven't been there, but it's not.
But the moments the moments that they're not there, and you have to do for yourself. Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes what they got going on is a lot for themselves that I can't tack on because I already got my own inner stuff going on. But it would be a pleasure to have a partner that understands me and loves me the way I am,
man,
and push forward from there.
And that is a whole other thing. So it's hard being vulnerable in front of people nowadays because people are so quick to be judgmental. Not even just not even just women, but in a lot of cases, sometimes for men too. Like I've had situations where trying to be vulnerable and open up have backfired,
and they look at you like you're weak, and that's that fugazi shit that I'm talking about. When you finally get a man that is willing to open up to you and you trash them, what kind of shit is that? Like, for real. What kind of shit is that? You want him to respect you and understand you and be emotionally available for you, but when the tables are turned, you look at him less than when he opens up. And I'm like, why? I'd rather you open up to me than go out here and do something crazy out here in the streets.
So, you know what's funny? I think I mentioned this on one of the previous episodes that I went to this house party. And this lady was talking about, her dating life, and she was talking about this guy who she was dating, and he had abused her. He had, he had put his hands on her and stuff like that. She was
I remember you saying that.
She was like all shook up about it, and then here I am talking about I don't fuck with that and so on and so forth. And I said something jokingly, and she was like, "Oh no, I'll knock you out." Like,
she ready to fight,
right? But I'm ready
for the violence.
Like I'm saying, you upset whenever this guy was putting his hands on you, but because I won't hit a woman, you willing to put yourself in that headspace
and be like,
thing. Right? Like, make that make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't.
In her mind, I guess she has to establish her dominance before. I don't know. I'm just guessing before it proceeds.
Of the good person.
Yeah, but that's the thing about men and women. The ones that went through traumatic experience time and time again, because it not necessarily have to be one time. It could be several times of the same bullshit at the end of the day. And then all of a sudden you get a nice person. You don't know what to do with this nice person. Are they fake? What they up to? What is their motives in the situation? Why are you so nice to me? Because I've come to several situations that due to my kindness, I'm being fake.
Or being or
you are somebody I can manipulate and take advantage of. I'm like, I'm nice, but I'm not stupid.
They were born that night, just not last night. But to your point, to some of your points, that's the reason why I stay to myself a lot, because I don't want to deal with no unnecessary
But that's sad because you're a good, great person. You are a great individual, and I know you as a person. Your heart is big. You are caring. You are loving, and there's nothing wrong with that. Whoever you get with, female wise, she will be blessed and lucky. That's all I can say. And that's all I know.
Well,
but
she need her to hell up.
Well, at the end of the day, he need her to hell up because she
need her to hell up. Look, when she passed by and I see her and I recognize her, I'll be like, hey you,
hey you.
Let me talk to you real quick.
But the crazy part, I had to kind of meditate within myself. Sometimes, I ain't gonna say sometimes. Let me stop sugarcoating shit. I see the goodness in a lot of people. And throughout their hurt, their pain, and their demonstration of anger, I look past that and I try to, in my best abilities, to heal that. And it end up hurting me.
Right, I was gonna say that's not always your job.
Yeah. I end up getting hurt. I end up crying. I end up sad. I end up being frustrated. But at the end of the day, can I really get mad at them? Because I opened that door.
Ooh.
You know, and I had to sit back and think on that. I opened that door to their trauma, their hurt, their pain. I could have blocked it. I could have, not saying I didn't have to be there, but I could have been like not so absorbent of it.
So with that, isn't it, I didn't even mean to cut you up, but is it time for our break?
Oh, you know, because I didn't keep up with the time, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay.
You know, because I really didn't keep up with the time, so no telling what time this gonna end, honey. It might be a 2-hour show, but ain't gonna be that long.
I've been kind of keeping track now.
I appreciate that. Co-host, wow. But at the end of the day, it's that time where we give our Straight For You acknowledgement highlights to our sponsor. So, see you soon. Welcome back to Straight For You, where we're giving you straightforward dialogue with an open mind. Mm-hmm. I'm your host, Ms. Black Diamond, along with my handsome co-host.
Hey, folks, you know why I'm here. You know what we came to do. It's your main man, Trouble. Welcome back.
So the first half of the show we talked about is Chivalry Completely Dead?
Right.
And we end up chiming on Mr. Kevin Strickland. I agree. Yes, and you know, my condolences to the family and the victory of getting those 3 men convicted, because they deserved that at the end of the day, because they took an innocent life. But at the end of the day, let's moving forward. So right now we're going to get into the Straight For You outside perspective, which is a female that we didn't get to. Mm-hmm. So the female stated, and she wants to be anonymous, y'all. Okay. Anonymous.
This gonna hurt. I already know it is.
She said, yes, it's dead. We as women are now accustomed to doing for ourselves for the lack of engagement by men in everyday stance, such as changing tires, mechanical repair, etc. Because male support is ghost hunting, like ghosts. And I repeat it one more time. Miss Anonymous said, yes, it's dead. We as women are now accustomed to doing for ourselves for the lack of engagement by men in everyday stance, such as changing tires, mechanical repairs, etc. Because male support is ghost. Period. Like, period. That was just me adding on, period. Well, yeah. But yes. How you feel on the stance of her saying that men are ghost hunting?
I can understand it, but I don't fully agree. Okay. Like I said in the first half, there's a lot of good men out there. I feel like a lot of us are ducked off and just kind of out the way, because it's hard. I think for me, I want to say that we don't feel appreciated, and we not even necessarily feel appreciated, but who we are is not appreciated as I guess is what I would deem as being a good man. We're not appreciated, not even so much that we're hardly recognized as well. So okay. So I just stay out the way now. Stay out the way and mind my business.
And I think that's what people fail to do. They don't just they want to put everybody in the same category. Instead of just saying a majority or a minority or things of that nature.
Having
that
that one-on-one experience with that individual.
Yes, because it's quite obvious it's good people out here, men and women. And the thing is that majority of the good people get the bad shit at the end of the day.
Oof.
Because we're the ones, in a sense, trying to look out, trying to protect, and trying to get an understanding of what the trauma is going on in their lives. But yet we get cut and stabbed and accused.
We get taken advantage of.
Yes.
Which is also another reason why I like to stay out the way, is because like I don't need that. I don't need the extra. Like I don't need that extra in my life, because you know what I'm saying. Like I can, if I need the extra trauma shit, I could go start that my damn self.
But nowadays everybody has trauma. Everybody has trauma, because even if they didn't experience trauma, they getting trauma.
I'm talking about the unnecessary trauma,
yes.
Shit that like what's that? I can do bad by myself. So you know what I'm saying. So like in that particular case, like I don't. Why would I add some extra shit that don't even need to be there whenever I already got my own stuff to deal with? If it ain't adding to, like I don't need it.
But it sounds like both men and women are seeking that. The men want to do the chivalry, the women want to receive the chivalry, but due to the traumas, there is no alignment.
Yeah.
Because it's so much is going on in this world. Like we gave the scenarios in the earlier part of the show, like the woman that you saying that you wanted to help,
right?
But she declined. But I feel like her reason for her declining you is for her protection.
Right, absolutely.
Because the way society is just, the trafficking, the kidnapping, and all those different things.
Yeah, men being disrespectful to women, especially whenever they get turned down and stuff like that.
Yes.
Women just don't
want to
feel
deal
safe.
with.
Yeah.
And you rather just try to, and you got those people that despite you being polite on turning them down, they get aggressive.
Oof.
I seen a video with this woman saying she was trying to get her number, right? And instead of him accepting the fact that she didn't want to give her number and she said she got a man, he was like still persistent and was following her to her vehicle, to the point that when she finally said no sir, she was polite the whole time.
Right.
He took the car and smashed it into her vehicle. Like, that really gonna make me want to give my number to you?
Right. No, not at all. So, yeah, like I said, for every reason why a woman responds a certain way is a reason I can see a man playing a part in that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not always a man, but I feel like I can always see why a woman has kind of conformed or has kind of changed some things about how she responds to the world, is due to the response of like a certain interaction that she's had with a man, a negative interaction.
And I can say that for the men too. The reason why they behave the way they currently are is because you do have some women that are hurtful.
Hurt people.
That despite them having a good person in their life, they tend to be destructive because they got used to getting that type of energy,
right?
And they want their man to give them that energy, so they can be the victim again,
right?
They got a condition to being the victim.
So,
and it's crazy. It's like a mental thing all around.
Absolutely.
I'm like, why? And why can't we connect to the ones that are of equal level, of equal thoughts and acknowledgments in life and achievements in life? It's like we always do that magnet. We the positive always get attracted to the negative. I'm like, the hell? What's going on with that?
Yeah. So to Anonymous's point, I can understand where she's coming from in that particular case. Like I can get it. Yeah, I respect it. But so I guess with all that being said, to answer the question overall, I don't think chivalry is dead. I just think that it's misunderstood.
Yeah, I take that. It's misunderstood.
It's misunderstood.
It takes a lot of people to take the time for themselves to understand themselves, number one, in order to engage with somebody else.
Right.
So with that being said, let's moving forward. Let's talk about Ye, aka Kanye West.
Ooh.
Because we get that straight for you outside news.
Oh God.
This last week, he decided decided to go on Instagram and create a video and stance to try to get his woman back. You know, like, things haven't been right in the West household. You know, Kim out here, you know, trying to live her best life because she tired of the fugazi shit Ye is doing. So how you feel on that stance? Because he out here creating like a whole orchestra.
The artist formerly known as Kanye West.
Yes.
I'm gonna make this short because I know we gotta get ready to get out of here.
Yes.
But
it leaves you thought
right,
lost for words.
And it's not even necessarily a lost for words. I think it's just one of those things where I'm like, we know who he is now versus who he was. We know who he is now. So like stuff that he does now, like, it shouldn't take us by surprise, but it does. It still does.
It's just like, wow. At this point in time, it's like
you doing too much, or at least that's.
But you know, I guess he feels in his heart, his mind, his spirit, that's a way to get her back.
Right.
But for him to say, I confess to drinking too much, letting his ego and temper get the best of him, and even to being a self-righteous Christian, and also saying, and I quote, I was arrogant with my Jesus, like you making me laugh already. Like I had just got me some Jesus at a Gucci store with a stimulus check, honey.
Oh gosh. Oh.
I said the honey part, but with a stimulus check. He said I was arrogant with my Jesus, like I had just got some Jesus at the Gucci store with a stimulus check. Really? Like on some other stuff like
that's the artist formerly known as Kanye West.
But he's known for being extreme, but it's so like wow.
And he never ceases to amaze. The extremes just become. He just keep topping himself. Kudos to him for that. He
can definitely outdo himself.
Yeah, absolutely. So
that's a person that can outdo themselves every time.
Every time.
We say that at the same time.
Every time he outdo himself, and I'm just like, okay, okay. So you raised the bar again.
But I also allegedly heard that to get back at her, he started like hanging out with this 20-something-year-old in order to, I guess, make her jealous.
I don't know
jealous. That's childish.
Well, but
there's a lot of childish stuff going on right here.
Like, look, celebrities are people just like us. So,
of course.
So we don't know all the details. We just know what we're being told.
Well, we just really giving our perspective, and with being straight for you, we're gonna give some of that outside stuff too, not just our inner.
But if he is doing that just to make then that is childish.
It's a lot. Maybe she tired. She tired of that craziness.
She probably might be. Ain't no telling what she was like. Ain't no telling what she was fully experiencing behind closed doors. You know, I want to say that there's possibly some sort of pride that goes along with being the wife and so on and so forth, and not telling all your business, telling everything that goes on in your household and so on and so forth. You know, to kind of keep things protected or whatever. But ain't no telling what it like. Ain't no, there's no telling what really was going on, behind closed doors between the two of them.
But at the end of the day, she knew what she was stepping into. Kanye being Kanye.
Whatever.
I
was gonna say not necessarily whenever he first got started, like not when he first got started to who he is now is.
Well, he was flipping before they got married.
Well,
come on now.
Well, yeah,
the original Kanye, he was down to earth. Yeah, he was, he had his mom there. Right. He was stable. He was speaking that knowledge, putting out certain things.
Right.
This Kanye was already acting up before they got married.
Wow.
Think about it.
Okay, well,
when he got on stage and said what he said about Beyonce and all that stuff.
Yeah, but but just as well, how many times do you see like people who don't have money get with a person who has money, or vice versa? So.
But and also too, let's not. Kim has her dirt too.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So like, so
let's not just put it all on Kanye. Kim has her dirt too.
Maybe that was not a good mix. Who knows? Maybe they'll probably get back together. Maybe they won't.
At the end of the day, that's their lies, but they want to make it public. So we're gonna talk about it because that's what happened last week. So that's what we do. But at the end of the day, this topic of is Chivalry completely dead? like you stated earlier, I feel like it's not completely dead. It's just the engagement on who you get with. You know, and you have to watch your back, not just as a female, a male too, because at the end of the day, this world is different. Like, totally different with the insanity. Not saying they've never been insane, but we just got to protect ourselves. And it's hard to, when you finally get somebody to finally acknowledge you as a human being and be polite to you, it's like questionable. And it's sad that it's questionable. So, but I still, for one, if somebody open a door for me, I'm going to say thank you. I hold the door for someone. You know, it'd be nice whoever I with that's in part of my crew or whatever, that's a guy, and they see me get out the vehicle. It'd be nice that your ass get out the vehicle too when I'm pumping gas or something to make sure somebody got to be the swivel neck.
Oof.
Come on, somebody got to be the swivel. Not what I seen at a gas station with this guy when this pregnant woman getting out her vehicle to pump the gas, and he not even swiveling. He's just on his phone.
I remember I want to say I was like 7 or 8. I was in a car full of women, like grown women. My mama made me get out and pump the gas.
Yes.
At the age of 7, she was like, get out and pump the gas. I was like, huh? Like, she get out, pump the gas. Yeah, so.
But that's good.
Yeah.
You know, she taught you at a young age to look out. Be that protector. You know, just like we in the house, we doing what we need to do for you in the house. The least you can do is be that protector.
This is true.
She taught you good. Kudos to mom. Because if I had a son, I would teaching him the same thing. You know, look out.
Right.
You know, don't let no woman disrespect you. Don't call me. Call mom. I set her right, set her straight. But at the end of the day, do what you got to do as a man. If you want to be that leader, lead.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I'm saying. But that's neither here or there. It's that time where we
mention our sponsors.
Mention our sponsors. You know, the sponsor highlight was moi. Yes, it was my merch. Yes. You see it. You see it. At the end of the day, you can go on www.a1perfectentertain.com. It's going to be in the description box below. Yes, we got on the merch. You know, and it's beyond just straight for you on there. You know, it's other stuff on there. So make sure you cop that, look at that, buy that, share that, do that. All that. So, yes, I am the featured sponsor highlight. So, if you can't highlight yourself, hey, you know?
Absolutely.
Gotta look out for yourself sometimes.
Got to.
So, moving forward, it's that time because we've been talking for quite some time because I didn't keep up with the time this time.
Episode 9.
Yes, on episode 9. Can you believe it? Yes. So, our positive quote for today, which is our straight for you positive quote, always at the end of the show, is anonymous. It says, respect for ourselves guides our morals. Respect for others guide our manners. Let me rewind that. It's anonymous. It says, respect for ourselves guides our morals. Respect for others guides our manners. And it's actually 2 of them. And this one is by Anthony Douglas. Okay. Kindness is an act. It is a lifestyle. Kindness is not an act. It's a lifestyle.
Oh, okay. Okay. I like those. So, I like the first one.
Yes. The first one was anonymous. Respect for ourselves guides our morals. Respect for others guides our manners.
Okay. I'm here for
and
it.
In relation, I gave you Anthony Douglas. Is kindness is not an act. It's a lifestyle. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all tuning in. And make sure y'all
subscribe,
like,
comment, and share.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Make sure y'all do that, you know, because we out here trying to make the best lives for ourselves, and we need y'all support and y'all help.
And it's greatly appreciated.
Yes, it's greatly, seriously, greatly appreciated.
Y'all stay tuned.
So make sure y'all continuously tune in to Straight For You podcast, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Bye.